Hey folks, May 21st, Rotoball Patch Compound. Got this strange sky above me. It's blue. I didn't know skies could be blue. Pretty happy to have some blue skies. We'll show you the patch, what I've done over the past week or so, and some thoughts going forward and how we're looking. Hang tight, we'll see some things. All right, let's start up with the stop sign patch. See, I've got in there and kind of hula hoed around a little bit. Still have both of my Burchett plants almost called down today, but I thought, let's wait just a touch longer, maybe another 5 days to a week. Both of them are beautiful plants. They're stretching nice. They're laid down. I really don't have a favorite. One's a little touch longer than the other. That might be the only thing that's noteworthy. Some other things that I've looked for at these Burchett plants. The main's just a little bit smaller diameter on this guy, or gal, whatever you want to call it. Just a tiny bit smaller. Internodal length is about the same. That's the distance between the nodes. Growing tips are great. These plants aren't getting any shade at this point. They are full sun beauties. They have great color. You can see that I watered them today. I put down a little bit of CalMag and a lot of water. We've been dry, very dry. Watermelon plants are loving the sun. You'd think that they'd like sun the way they're acting. Got a little bit of watermelon on the tip of that guy. We'll take that off before it's all said and done. But I'm pleased with these. You know, I kind of don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just fumbling along, picking Andrew's brain and Nick's brain whenever I get a chance. There's not much to pick at this point. Not in their brains. Their brains, they got the knowledge. It's just, I don't know if there's anything they can tell me to help me. But I'm really tickled with those Burchetts. Hate to pull one, but I'll be happy to do it when it comes time. We'll see which one. Good question. I just don't know. All right, so now we're at the bottom part of the patch where we have the rubies started. They've been outside right from day one. No huts or anything. We're looking all right. Second place has started to do some work, but obviously that's still going to be our keeper. It's laid down beautifully. Good heavy sun today, no wilting. It's not acting like a ruby plant. Ruby itself did not like the sun, and this one's tolerating it well. I don't know, probably end up being a squash or something, but so far pretty tickled with that. We'll be burying that before too long, and yes, I am going to bury these lower plants. I'm going to treat them traditional to my normal grow. 1143 pals. Still have both of these gals in the ground. Thought for sure that this one would be our chosen plant, but I don't think it is. And we talked about last time this one having doubles. There's the doubles. Oh boy, doubles. She's kind of grown out of it, guys. Or maybe not even kind of. She has grown out of it. You can see the growing tip. She looks good. So we'll give it another week, 2 weeks. These plants are only 30 inches, 36 inches long, so they got a ways to go. Oh, we've got tomatoes in the ground. Check it out. And yeah, I used my weed fabric. You know, they say a lot of the blight and nonsense comes from these plants just getting soil splashed up on them and disease being in soil and it giving them issues. So we'll see how that shakes out. This is a nice box full of good soil that's done work for us in the past with some nice tomatoes and state record carrot. A couple state record carrots actually, but one was bigger. The one closest to the fence is a 906 Brown. Mr. Brown, Chris Brown. It's a good seed. These other two gals up here are 848 Sutherlands. Got those from Jeff Tao. He got them in the seed exchange, I believe. And I said, you hook me up with them, I'll find a spot for him. And he's good enough to do that. Excited to see how this shakes out. T-post to support them. It's always fun to grow tomatoes, nice little side project. They don't take up much room. And something Mr. Ethan Ramey and I can talk about, see who's doing worse. so far I think we're pretty equal on how bad we're doing. That doesn't look so good, oh boy. But I showed him the photo of these. He's like, Doc, you're sandbagging me already, which I was crazy, like I'm sandbagging him on tomatoes. Buddy Ethan, I'm not that good. I'm not that good to sandbag, but I appreciate the compliment. Top of the main patch, the big gals of the landing strips. This is the 1707.5 Caspers. She's starting to stretch out. Fairly good looking plant. Has been tolerant to the heat. We haven't been terribly hot, but a lot of bluebird skies today and yesterday, really. So she handled it well. Collar's a little touch darker than what I like to see plant this young. You can see that I have cut some holes in my fabric to try to root this. Now I'm not burying on top. You can tell that the tops are relatively clean. I'm just trying to get a bottom tap to stick. Plants, I don't know, we're 8 or 9 foot long, regular feet. Now if it's in trout inches, this is every bit of 22 feet long. Secondary production, it's starting. Some of the early ones are not great. The real early ones are gone by design. The ones that are a little bit further down the line are decent, and then they're starting to look real good once we get closer to the tip. Longest secondary is probably 12 inches. Regular inches, not trout inches. Let's go check out that other gal. Oh, on our way down to the 1965.5 Rotoball, let's take a pit stop and check out this piece of equipment. Ye old rain gauge, glass replacement tube, fashioned up with some bonus electrical cord wire that I had. We'll dump that. That's a good, easy way to kind of have an idea how much rain we're getting. 1965.5 Rotoball is a very fat plant. Collar's pretty spot on. A little bit of nitrogen bloat. You can kind of see that right in the crook of the leaf where it makes the stalk. Same song and dance with the burying and staking down. First 1, 2, 3 nodes are not buried. Actually, none of them are buried, but the first 3 nodes, holes are not cut for them. I plan on just letting that be that way. I mean, that's an area that if I'm gonna have issues, it's gonna be there, so I don't need to have detritus or anything touching my plant there. Secondary production. Let's see if we can get in here and actually look at secondary production. Oh yeah, that's decent secondary production. That's 14 inches or so or better. This guy, here's secondary. It's a snake and it bit me. Watch out. Decent looking. Happy there. Same thing in the sense of the leaves. Fresh leaves coming on, a little bit greener than what I like. If we were in the mid 80s, I'd have to watch myself. I'd probably be cooking plant. But we're still in the low 70s to mid 70s at best. Bluebird sky, you know, it's one of those things, guys. You can't have a hot day and a lot of UV. You can't handle both. You can have a hot day with low UV, a lot of cloud cover, that sort of thing, and have a lot of nitrogen. If you have a lot of nitrogen, hot day, high UV, that's when you start burning things. I don't know if the white's helping me much. You know, I've run some numbers on it. I come out here and shoot it with the digital thermometer, and it's definitely not getting as hot as my soil, which is great. You know, dry soil is looking around 110 to 120. This is more in the 95 to 105 range. So that's pretty cool. So I do think that there may be some benefit at keeping that early foliage from getting too hot and potentially cooked. I'll have to move that wind fence again. It's nice, just moved it a few days ago. That's what we like to see. Still have big hopes for this gal. She's beautiful and she's decent size. So we're up here at the flower bed. We have a tomato planted. Solomon, tell me about your tomato.
It's a 906 Crisp Brown.
It's a good tomato, buddy. What are you gonna do with it?
I'm going to beat the state record.
Nice.
I'm going to beat Kerry Gross's state record.
I like it, buddy. Give me a high five on that. Yeah. Good luck, Kerry. Your name's been marked. other end of the flower bed, we have Stella with her pumpkin under the table. Tell me about that pumpkin, Stella.
Well, we planted it today.
Yeah, we did.
Surprisingly. It's very late for a pumpkin in my opinion.
That's all right.
We made a ring around the soil with some water. We put down some alfalfa. Dad told me not to put water in it. But being a girl, I probably did. Yeah, I did.
I think you did a fine job, sweetheart.
Anyway.
What's the plant? What kind of plant is it?
It's Ruby.
Yeah, nice.
Our seed.
So you're wanting to grow a nice orange one then?
I'm going to enter it in a Howard Steele Award in a contest.
Well, that'd be cool.
By the way, here's proof that I watered the alfalfa. This?
Oh boy, it really fattens up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, good luck. I hope you grow a monster, Stella.
Thanks.
Alrighty, folks, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. You got to see the plants stretching out. Got to see how the patch is starting to come together down here at the main patch and up the stop sign patch. Hopefully, next week we're going to have even better video, have bigger plants to show off. And before too long, we'll be setting fruit, which is exciting. You guys have questions, comments, always hit me up. And remember, this is May 21st, so you've got 10 days left to get on team with Pumpkin Wars. And obviously the team to pick is Team Doc, right, Stella?
But Scott's Bayou is also like really good.
Yeah, Scott's pretty good. Even that Jeff fella and the J guy, those guys aren't bad. So pick your favorite. It's free. Follow along. It's a lot of fun. Questions, comments, hit us up. As always, thanks for watching. Doc,
Stella
out.